what would happen? And what would happen if they went against a speaker?
It isn't gonna bother me, I mean, they can pull me off the street, I guess, but.
What are you going to do about the high taxes in Wisconsin?
That is a huge issue, even with me, I'm closer and thinking about retirement, we look at our tax bill and what my income's gonna be. I don't even know how, I don't think we'd be able to stay in our house. That is something, there again, we gotta go through these departments, and I'm gonna go back to my statement here. Wisconsin doesn't have a revenue problem, Madison has a spending problem, so we need to reel that in and take care of that, so it can be affordable for seniors. So, that's a big issue, especially property taxes, because they're gonna all be on fixed incomes, right? So, it's something that we'll definitely address when we get up there, I promise that.
Okay, there was more to it. It says if I sell a bale of hay and I produce on my farm, I have to pay 25 to 30% of each bale in taxes. Sales taxes, income taxes, self-employed tax, federal income tax. It's if somebody with horses or animals, if it's somebody with horses and animals for themselves. So do you wanna add anything
Well,
about their comment about selling?
yeah, I mean, farmers, I think there's way too many regulations, I think, just a quick story, when I was farming with my pumpkins, I was in what was called the Farm Freedom Act. So, I probably farmed around, 800 acres at the time, and the federal government would tell me, you have to plant 200 acres of corn, 300 acres of whatever wheat, and, you can only plant so many pumpkins. And I was actually, over by an acre of pumpkins on the farm, I'll never forget this, Farm Freedom Act. And they came out and measured, and I was actually over an acre, and I got this huge fine for being over an acre. My point of telling you this is that farm regulations we need to let the farmers do it, let the people that grow the hay, they don't need to be taxed. The way that farmers farm now, they're forced to farm efficient. With the equipment they have, we don't need everybody telling them how to farm. We just don't. And I feel really, really strong on that, so, farming is near and dear to me, and not that I'm gonna be able to go up there and change all that, but we need to deregulate some of this, and it's gonna make such a world of difference. You're gonna have people come up growing different stuff, and it seems to me too that there's a corn and soybean club, so if you go in for a disaster of corn and soybeans, it's real easy to get your insurance money, but if you have a disaster with pumpkins or apples or something like that, you're not in that particular club, and the club has a lot to do with corporate America, in my opinion, with, Monsanto, Roundup and all the big, companies, but I don't know, that's near and dear to me, so farming is something I should definitely, try to deregulate better. We got us a moderator here.
I don't wanna keep writing, some of these are pretty long. Do I have to?
Yes, please, that's the posted rules.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
I'd like it in writing, please.
My hand will fall off. I just don't know if we can talk to him or done or not.
Well, you've been a very excellent audience. I want to thank you for your cooperation and all of that. Since we will have the room till 9, we could have conversations as soon as the forum is adjourned.
Thank you.
So, because when the candidates move to their tables for the yard signs and the literature, then that can be a conversation too. Okay, we have one more. Thoughts on moving State Department offices out of Madison? Example, DNR Stevens Point, DOT Waukesha, Education is Oshkosh. Elected officials working more from home.
I think there's So the question is if they can work from home and not
That's a
be
moving
in
state friend.
Madison.
Yeah, or moving them out of Madison,
The entire office space.
yeah.
And elected officials try to be more in their communities instead of in the capital. Sorry.
I think that's something that's probably definitely worth looking at. I think we've benefited, from some county employees and keeping employees. So that would be something I'd have to
This isn't a question.
actually find out more about once I got up there.
Yeah, you have to put a
That
question
wasn't a
on.
question, sir, that was just comments.
Oh, well, here, I'll just.
That's all right, thank you. What would you have done during the COVID lockdowns when they shut down churches, but let people go to Walmart?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, or Home Depot.
Or Home Depot?
So I remember going into Home Depot with, you know, they had us so scared, right? Didn't know what to believe. I remember going to Home Depot and I had taken off my mask because I couldn't stand breathing. And I ran into a friend of mine that I thought he was gonna die because I had my mask off. I think that needs to, so the churches are actually shut down?
Yeah.
That are in here? Yeah, I don't agree with that at all, zero. It should be left up, to the businesses, churches, whatever the circumstance is.
Okay, you could pick the highest card now for your closing statement of 5 minutes. Okay, that's a queen.
Well, I really appreciate everybody coming
Timer
out,
said 5 minutes.
coming out to see me. It means a lot to see all you people here. I think it's really, good that I can speak one-on-one to you. Another thing I wanted to, in my opening statement that I didn't talk about, that zoning is, well, I did a little bit, zoning is very passionate to me, that our land rights are with the people that own the land. One of the things when I first got on the Walworth County Board, our zoning committee was set up that we would hear your case on a Thursday, so you guys are building a new church, I don't remember if you came before us, but you come talk to us on a Thursday, and, a month later on Friday would be your answer. So, for me, and a lot of Americans, I think, number one is our family, number two is our property. I think we're all passionate about our property. So these applicants will come before us and they're nervous already because they're coming before a board that, you know, they don't know if they're friendly or whatever. And then they gotta wait 30 days to find out if they can put up a garage. So I was really new on the board back then, and I was, really bent on getting that, at least same day zoning. I would have to write a book every time, you know, Sally's doing a new, horse farm, because on Friday when he came back, I can't remember what I did yesterday. I had to go through this book. So I told the chair at the time, which was Nancy Russell, Richard Kunke was on there, that I wanted same day zoning. It took me 2.5 years of just pounding and being told that I couldn't do it. Finally, we got it through. Nancy Russell finally backed me. I'll never forget it. She called me up. Rick, I'm gonna back your idea on same day zoning, but we're gonna do it the next day zoning. She didn't give me exactly everything, but that was still better. It ended up working so good because in that 30 days, you don't have all these attorneys calling you for both sides, right? And all this stuff was simple. Now, if we get a big, huge project, we just table it for 30 days, which the majority of them, 98% of them are all people like sitting in this audience. They wanna, you know, they wanna get a conditional use, they wanna have a horse, they wanna have that. That worked out so well. Actually, a consultant now teaches, they use that for example around, but that's the kind of stuff I wanna, you know, take to Madison, the stuff that I've learned, especially with talking to constituents and people I help. Each case is different. You know, with zoning or whatever it would be, I'm real passionate about that. I'm passionate about returning phone calls and helping people. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and thank you for organizing this. and your husband, and everybody that came, like I said. And I'll be here for questions. I'd like to shake all your hands again. I think I shake most of your hands, but thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Okay. And my apologies. And I want to thank the volunteer team who secured the venue, created the flyers, recorded the event, worked to make this a very smooth event, and some were just drafted into service today. Each candidate has an orange card, and if you would like to write down, it was recorded, if you would like to write down where the recording person should send it, I don't know where you send those things, then they have the option to get a free copy. And I'd like to shake your hand and thank you, Mr. Stacy.
Thank you.
He will be available at the back table then for signs and literature to hand those out. And thank you for being such a great audience. You did follow the conduct rules, very good. You get a gold star, and I do hereby adjourn the forum. Let's see, the whole, oh, thanks. The whole Republican Assembly District 33 candidate forum is adjourned. Thank you for coming.
FYI,